Why did Melissa Gilbert stay silent all these years about Dean Butler, and why is she finally speaking now? What she just revealed is something no one saw coming, not her longtime fans and certainly not those who believed in the perfect love story of Laura and Almanzo. Was Dean the love of her life? Was their chemistry real, or was it all for the cameras? Stay with us until the end, because once you hear the truth, you may never see that iconic TV romance the same way again. Welcome to Prestige Buzz. The romance everyone believed. If you grew up watching Little House on the Prairie, you know Melissa Gilbert as Laura Ingalls. The show was the heart of American television, following the Ingalls family through storms, sickness, and tough winters. At the center of it all was Laura, the girl with the famous braids and a big heart. As Laura grew up, the show introduced Almanzo Wilder, played by actor Dean Butler. The moment Dean stepped onto the screen, the connection felt electric. Their chemistry seemed so natural that fans spent decades convinced they were secretly in love offscreen. In an era before social media, the mystery only made the magic stronger. But while the world cheered for Laura and Almanzo, the reality behind the scenes was far more complicated. From a showbiz cradle to the prairie. To understand Melissa's relationship with Dean, you have to understand the girl behind the sunbonnet. Born in 1964 and adopted by actors Paul Gilbert and Barbara Crane, Melissa was a showbiz baby. By age 7, she was already a commercial star. At 9, she landed the role of Laura Ingalls. On set, Michael Landon became her surrogate father, guiding her through the pressures of child stardom. But while her professional life was soaring, her personal life was a whirlwind of identity confusion. She was growing up in front of millions, trying to figure out where Laura ended and Melissa began. The struggle behind the perfect romance. The world saw a sweet girl running through wheat fields, but Melissa was dealing with immense pressure. By the time she was a teenager, the show demanded she play a woman in love. Enter Dean Butler. While fans saw couple goals, Melissa felt pure dread. She was 15, Dean was 23. She hadn't even had a real boyfriend in her private life, yet she was expected to show romantic affection to a grown man on national television. Melissa has finally broken her silence, admitting that filming those scenes was stressful and strange. In her memoir Prairie Tale, she spills the truth: "I was 15, and he was 23. I looked like a boy. I was built like a boy. I was a little girl. And I had to pretend to fall in love with a grown man. Their very first kiss was awkward and weird." Melissa was terrified, and Dean, ever the professional, felt the age gap just as acutely. The secret crush. Here's the kicker that no one saw coming: while the world wanted her to be with Dean, Melissa's heart belonged to someone else entirely. At the time, she had a massive real-life crush on teen heartthrob Rob Lowe. "We were never romantic," Melissa clarified regarding Dean. "Dean was like a big brother. There was no spark, no secret dating, and no happily ever after behind the trailer doors." What fans saw wasn't chemistry, it was world-class acting. Dean was a protector and a supportive co-worker, helping Melissa navigate a very confusing time in her life, but the romance ended when the director yelled cut. Hollywood's harsh beauty standards. As the show ended, Melissa faced the brutal reality of Hollywood's beauty mold. Expected to transition from a prairie girl to a glamour star, she felt the weight of the industry's expectations. At just 18, she underwent a nose job that led to painful complications and multiple corrective surgeries. Later, she felt pressured into getting breast implants to fit the starlet image. For years, she fought against the clock, but in 2015, Melissa made a bold choice. She had her implants removed, stopped dyeing her hair, and embraced her natural self. She now speaks out against the term anti-aging, calling it demeaning. "Aging is a privilege," she says. Life after the prairie. The end of Little House was the end of Melissa's childhood. She struggled to break free from the Laura Ingalls image, taking on darker roles and even running for Congress in 2016. Her personal life saw high-profile marriages and public battles with addiction and self-doubt. However, her story has a beautiful final act. In 2013, she married actor Timothy Busfield. They traded the Hollywood lights for a simple life in the Catskills, raising chickens and growing vegetables. She moved from the fake world of plastic surgery and Wi-Fi to a life rooted in honesty. The truth about the legacy. Today, Melissa and Dean remain close friends. When they reunited for a segment in 2014, the bond was palpable not because of a lost romance, but because of a shared history. Dean was her constant during a turbulent youth, and for that, she is eternally grateful. Melissa Gilbert's real legacy isn't the braids or the reruns, it's the bravery she showed by finally speaking her truth. She proved that you don't have to be the character the world wants you to be. You just have to be yourself. What do you think of Melissa's shocking revelations? Did it change the way you look at Laura and Almanzo? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you never miss an update here at Prestige Buzz.